first things first, I want to make sure I introduce myself and everybody else. This is RggiTV coming at y'all. This is my big brother, Big Lou. Making your first introduction to the with the movie podcast. Honestly, we said we was gonna go with the name. What we said? We was gonna go with put something on it, right?
Put that on something.
Put that on something.
Yeah.
So we're going with it. This is the pilot run for Put That On Something. Just want to welcome everybody. I appreciate y'all for joining us, man. Without further ado, we want to give our natural reaction to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna hand it to Lou first, so we can see what your thoughts were.
Man, entertaining, buddy. Entertaining all the way through. Loved it. One of the best Super Bowls I've seen in a minute. I mean, it went back and forth.
For real?
It's always good when I have no horse in the race. You know what I mean?
So, you think this? You don't think that's recency bias, man? When you talk about the best Super Bowl you ever seen?
Well, what I mean is, from what I remembered, it's always been a little lopsided. You know what I mean? You didn't see the 10 to 13, 16, 16, 19, 19. It just gave you the anticipation all the way through until the very, very last play. And it's not too many games like that. You know what I mean? Most of them, you see somebody, kind of become dominant, and you kind of know who's going to run away with it long before, the fourth quarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I get that, but I kind of, if I'm really being honest, if I'm being 100, I never really expected. I never really felt like the Chiefs was gonna lose.
Really?
Not for one fucking second.
And
I'm not a Chiefs fan.
No, so. Me neither. But I did think that they were going to lose for sure.
Really?
Because they were finding every reason to give it up to the Niners.
Yeah, but I think that's the entertainment part.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, and again, I understand what people are saying. Like, they're looking at Patrick Mahomes, the golden boy. They want him to catch Tom Brady and, all of that, man. But the boy made the plays when it was time to make them. It's still the same defense over there on that sideline. And coming to that, I got some comments to make on that, too.
I mean, I can't look. I'm not gonna disagree with the entertaining part. You know what I mean? Because when you really just break it down, a game of that caliber, where you talk about everything on the line, and it's not coming down to it can come down to field goals that can make a difference. You know what I mean? Special team, any little small thing that can change the course of the game. Those are the ones you live to see, you live to play in if you're a player, that kind of thing. Like you want to be a part of something that matters. But man,
Niners got in their own way, man.
Niners got in their own way too. But at the same time, it was just always a door left open, bro. It was always a way. It was always a way. Every chance you think that they possibly, gonna be in a position where they will be out of it. I just knew they wasn't, bro. I knew it. Like,
well, look, that third and one when Pacheco didn't get the first down at 4th and 1, you wasn't a little nervous? You thought you knew they was gonna get that 4th down? I didn't know.
Honestly, I didn't believe that they weren't. I didn't think they was gonna get the ball back. So I guess you could say yeah. Especially when I know you're going for it, like, yeah. I mean, it's just so many things that were aligned for them to be successful. It's like you can't look past that. You can't just ignore that shit. That these things just boom, 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 boom happen for y'all to be in that like specific position at that time, right? You know what I mean? Like,
but you can also say the way that the 49ers rode to getting to the championship kind of went the same way with Green Bay, with Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they was doing
Got
everything.
some
They was
stuff that
knocking on
bounce
the
that way,
door.
and you gotta get a few things to bounce your way. I mean, on that journey, I understand that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
my year, that 2020 year, with the Bucks, they just had a lot of things that happened. You know what I mean? That throw that they had over that corner in Green Bay, before halftime, like that kind of stuff never really ever happens. And then all of a sudden it just happened, and so I get it. Sometimes you get some bounces and things that go your way, but these dudes always got that though. They
True,
always got that. They
true.
always got the dominoes. I
But
mean,
listen, this is the thing. This is the thing that put Andy Reid and I would say that the common denominator is Andy Reid. Andy Reid
okay.
is the man. Dan Campbell, LaFleur, nah. That's the reason why Andy Reid separated himself, because either one of them coaches could have won and beat the
That's
40.
true.
You know what I mean? But that play was amazing, man. That play was dope. For him to run it on himself, he could have threw it to Kelsey first.
All-time leading rusher in the postseason is Patrick Mahomes, who has it right now. He's got 10, 15, 20, 22 yards on the...
Kelsey was kind of lead blocking, and no one was expecting it. Like, no one was expecting for him to kind of keep the ball like a read option. So I wanted to see what was going to happen, but it was a nice call.
I mean, he often does that though. You got to give Andy Reid, his credit. I mean, he often, it was cool to see him do it against a younger cat, because these younger cats are kind of taking over the league, and it was kind of cool to see the old head kind of still school him a little bit. You know what I mean? When it counts, when it matters. You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, Mike is a problem when it comes to calling these plays. Like,
Yeah.
and and
Oh,
and on top of
he's
that.
the man. He's the man.
And on top of that, he got the weapons to support his creativity. Like it's insane. All the weapons he got around him to be able to do what he do. So it was cool to see Andy being an old captain. You know what I mean? Be able to come up with one last play to, you know what I mean, to get them what they need to get. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't know. I hate to have that feeling. I don't want to. Our congratulations to the Chiefs fans. I don't have no beef. I don't have no issues. You know what I mean? I don't want
Not
no
at all.
problems. You know what I
Not
mean?
at all.
All I'm saying is, it just feels like it was designed, my guy. It felt like it was supposed to be.
This only reason why I say that is because I felt that way all the way through for the 49ers this year. For me, it was the 49ers that was really kind of like destined to win this year, and it felt
Right.
like that they was on their path. And I just kind of like, even how the game started out, when I was like, oh, see, here we go. Since you know what I mean? Like
Right.
Patrick Mahomes not looking like Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? It just whatever. But again, they stepped on their own toe. You know what I mean? Which a few things. That penalty, it hurt them. That penalty when old boy hit old boy leg and it turned over
Yeah.
on downs and they scored right away.
Right away. The game
First
changer.
play. First play.
Yeah, it's a game
You know,
changer. Right there. It don't matter when it happens, though.
it don't
When
matter
stuff
when it
like that
happens.
happens. When stuff like that happens, that's the part
That
that's in the fabric of the game. You know what I
man,
mean?
that'll choke artist. That'll get you. You know what I'm saying? But also, when Greenlaw hurt himself.
After the stop on the punt return, and he's now in the blue.
That's another key thing. Bro, that takes all the wind out of you when one of your players of that caliber is not available off of some freak, just
Yeah,
injury stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I would never be one to say, especially a key defender. Like, Greenlaw is not somebody that's no slouch. You know what I mean? That just came off. He's a key part of their defense. And so I know that matters. It factors in. You might lose a step here, whether that's on IQ end, whether that's on the tackling speed, whatever it is. There's gonna be a drop off because the other person will be in the game if they was. You know what I mean? If they was
next
as good
man
as
up,
good.
next man up.
Yeah, yeah.
Next
So
man up ain't always the best man up.
Hey, that's just facts. Typically in most cases, it's rare that the guy behind him is, you don't miss a step. You know
So
what I mean? Like,
unless you find a hidden
yeah,
gem or something.
right. Yeah, that don't really happen. You know what I mean? So especially in this game, just think about that. Somebody coming in off the bench in this game. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
usually know what you got. You usually know what you got.
yeah, but in this game, not everybody can deal with the lights. Just because you can do it on a random Saturday or something, excuse me, random Sunday, in October, ain't the same. You see what I'm saying? When you talking about playing in January, no February, and you got to come in for a primary key starter
Right?
and fill in. Probably even. I'm not really sure. I got to be honest. I'm not really sure with the intricacies of their defense or who's calling the plays on defense, whatever. But usually it's a linebacker. You know what I mean? Like
True.
usually one of the middle. I mean, I'm not saying Greenlaw is it, but
Right?
yeah, I mean, it might be Fred. I don't know. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm sure he's a big part of it. You see what I'm saying?
Right?
So,
Hey,
yeah.
the block field goal,
Oh yeah. I
you
mean,
know,
just this overall communication.
I'm
You know what I
saying
mean?
Patrick Mahomes don't really have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? Those are opportunities that were just lost opportunities. You know
Yeah,
what I
I mean,
mean?
I don't
Like,
count. I don't count that kind of stuff. I'm just being honest because the injuries and things like that happens. Like one little thing, he could be throwing the ball and hit his finger on somebody's helmet. That's a factor the rest of the way. You know what I mean? Like you got to deal with that.
sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like I can, he get
No, but
hurt,
I'm
he
just
get
saying
hurt.
I'm saying it's not really kind of like destined that whatever case may be. I'm just saying he was just
Yeah, it is.
no,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I say that, just on the other end of the spectrum, how you said you saw it for 49ers. You saw that throughout the year, how it was just like you felt like they had that thing, that glow, almost that what do they call that? You got that glow. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? From
oh yeah,
that aura that they got around them all year. No matter who they played, all year they had that around them. And the other end of that spectrum is the turmoil. Your golden boy is going through the struggle, not having the greatest season. What kind of story is that? That's a
yeah. I
story.
mean, he's always gonna be a story because they trying to
But it ain't
match him
like
up.
but I'm saying it ain't like the typical story though. The
But
typical
listen,
story, him going through the season, he's 13-3, bro.
the only reason
13-4.
I don't I wouldn't fully accept that one is because you would have to say the same thing for him next year too, because he's trying to catch Tom Brady. And everybody knows that they're trying to make this comparison of the GOATs and where he was in his career based on where Tom Brady was in his first 6, 7 years or whatever, how many times he went to the Super Bowl. That scenario is never going away. While Patrick Mahomes is going to be is a starting quarterback. So next year we're going to be talking about the same thing if we're talking about Patrick Mahomes because all the limelight. Now you got the Swifties, you know what I'm saying, and all of
Yeah,
that, you know what I mean, which was part of it too, you know what I mean.
right.
You
You
know,
can't
don't
deny it. I mean,
I'm not gonna deny it. You know what I mean.
yeah, 'cause I wouldn't even want to talk if it's somebody to people that don't want to acknowledge that. Like we can't have a
No,
real
I'm
conversation.
saying Pat. I mean, all of the Taylor Swift uh, news and all of the lights and energy that went behind all of that. You know what I
It
mean? I
matters.
mean, now you still got to play the game. Don't get me wrong.
So
You
you
know,
got to play the game, but just think about the setup of that. How many commercials? We can go back and count this later. How many commercials had Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelsey in
a
the Super
million
Bowl?
of them. But then you gotta. And don't give me. It's not on the same scale because we talking about State Farm. But I ain't heard nothing more than I done heard E40, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
Bang bang. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard.
Yeah, but not
I'm
like
just
not on
saying.
a mainstream level.
Is he not? Of course, he's not Taylor Swift. But I'm saying I've heard nothing more than that all over the place. There's been more 49er fans in our ears than there has been KC. We just talking about some on TV. But everybody around you saying these dudes is gonna win. Everybody around you.
Man, that's maybe because you in Cali, baby. Maybe, maybe because that, maybe because that's just, you in the South, you in the West. You know what I mean? Like over here in Arizona, don't get me wrong, I hear 49ers fans too, but I hear the Chiefs fans just as loud and clear.
Yeah, you
Just
don't
as
hear
loud and clear.
bang
And I
bang.
mean, and I understand that you are in Southern California. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's 49ers fans all over the world. But at the same time, when you in Cali, you gonna hear a different. It's gonna ring different. It's
That's what
gonna.
I'm
It's,
saying. Yeah, definitely, definitely. You know what I mean?
and don't
But
get
I'm
me wrong,
saying,
and there's validity to that. I understand what you're saying as far as the bang bang thing and their fanfare. Like I said, I would probably put them in a close second to me to the fanfare of the Dallas Cowboys. I can't really stand them, to be honest with you.
I wasn't rooting for him. You see what I'm
No, no,
saying?
no. And I know you weren't. I'm just saying this period. This their fan base in its entirety. Like I said, I don't want I have no problems, but
At
I
all.
don't really. They're just loud. They're just loud and often wrong because you
Right? And
often
often
don't win.
wrong. Oh,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? Like you ain't
Believe.
won since. Come on now, like that. You want to talk about Dallas?
As a Green Bay Packer fan, diehard for the last 30, almost 40 years, I'd say I could care less about what happened to them dudes today.
My guy, my guy. I
You know,
mean,
I mean, seriously, because of who
I
they are. You know,
I didn't honestly, and I'm just like I said, we in a what would they call this? This is a safe space right here. I know this is going out to the world, but when this is me and you, and I didn't really want to see all that mainstream media,
kissing and
Taylor
all that.
Swift and Kristen under the confetti. All that, I don't really care. I don't really care for
You
that.
knew that was
Just being
coming.
honest,
You knew it
huh?
was coming.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been going on for the last 7 weeks. I mean, like I
You
said,
knew it was coming.
look,
Right
bro.
there, right there over there with Travis.
If I didn't have to do this with you, I probably wouldn't have watched it. I'm just being honest with you.
The nigga with the best fade. And
And they calling it the Travis Kelce fan like this. Like, come on, bro. That's
they
just
crazy.
hey,
They
like this
crazy.
dude didn't go. He went to a black barber. That's all he did, bro.
I don't care what barber yet. It ain't the best fade. It's a bunch
But
of
it don't
dudes all
matter.
over the.
That haircut is not invented by Travis
He
Kelce.
can't listen. His hair can't be the best, and I mean it, just like that. Your
Right.
texture of hair can't have the best fade.
Come
My
on, bro.
texture of hair probably can't have the best fade because I need waves.
I mean, and that's all about that is what do they call that? Perspective. Depending on who's looking at it, because somebody that may think I hear you, but somebody that
Stop
may
it.
think a greater hair is this is
Stop
that.
it.
I'm not even about to get into all that. All I'm trying to say
They
is
be
the man,
lying.
yeah, that man didn't create that fade with the
Of
beard
course
cut.
not.
Come
Of
on,
course
bro.
not. Of
Yeah,
course not.
but like that's just how that kind of thing works.
He
When
got a
something
decent
happens,
haircut. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sweat on him. You know what I'm saying? The nigga he had a decent haircut. Straight up. You
right?
know, I ain't gonna clown on him.
Oh man,
Yeah.
but again, like I said, this to cap it. I know, like I said, I know we on slightly different ends of the spectrum, which we know we often see that, but I think that we often are on the same road or journey. You know what I mean? We see the game in a different perspective, which I appreciate because sometimes you don't want to be tunnel vision. You don't want to only see it from your own perspective, but
Yeah,
you know.
no, definitely not. You know, but it was a lot of things that I felt like the 49ers got laxed at one point. You got 5 dudes back. You know what I mean? They doing all the underneath stuff. You just giving it to them. You
Yeah,
know,
played a little bit not to lose,
playing
but
not to
you know what I mean.
lose. You know what I mean? Shanahan got hot over there real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
with the defensive
with the
coordinators and
defensive
them cats.
coordinator,
Yeah,
may
because they
not
was eating
feel
them up.
they was eating
Yeah,
him up. For real though. That
and it
holding
looked
penalty in the
like for a
red
second
zone,
there they didn't have no answers. You know what I
that,
mean?
red- that
So
that penalty in the red zone, that holding call, was
Right.
they was driving. They was driving. They was running the ball, and
Mm-hmm.
that hurt when they had to kick the field goal instead of instead of getting the touchdown. That hurt.
Oh
That
yeah.
that, that kept the window open. You know,
Right
not.
there.
I mean, but look, you got to look at it like this. Some people just got it like that. It's just scary to give people like that a few minutes, bro. And now Patrick Mahomes is one of those people. Aaron Rodgers was one. You see what I mean? The Brett Favres of the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a few people out there. It's just like, uh, if this dude get the ball, you don't want Lamar to have the ball in that situation where he got, a minute and 35 seconds, a minute and 50 seconds.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
he can break one.
he
It's
can
just
break one.
that.
He's a break one. He's scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's certain quarterbacks that you just know. Now, put it this way, and I'm just saying, like, even though I feel like your quarterback is a winner, he can come back. He more on a Tebow type comeback. You ain't scared. You just know these dudes ain't scared and they're capable. But you
Mm-hmm.
ain't scared. But Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers you're scared. It don't mean they destined. It just mean they good.
I mean, they're absolutely good. They got good weapons around them. You know what I mean?
But you get that feeling anytime that they get the ball in that situation, that they're going to come back. You feel the same way if Aaron Rodgers, it would be no different if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of KC tonight. You would have felt that he would have did the same thing as Patrick Mahomes in his prime. In his prime. Not Aaron Rodgers today. But I'm saying,
Right. I get what you're saying, but there's something about what happens when this guy has the ball and what happens around him. It's not
yeah,
just it's
he-
not just him and what he does. It's a lot of what happens around him. A lot of other factors has gone into Patrick Mahomes' success.
very true. But you know what, man? Listen, the dude just really good too. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not. I'm not.
no, 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 no.
I'm
I'm just
not.
saying,
I'm not
because
overlooking that
man,
though.
you can't you shouldn't be this good getting rid of Tariq. You shouldn't be able to just go and do what you just did after giving away a caliber player like that. You over here with McCole Hardman. You got uh Scantling. You know what I mean? These are your dudes now. You got Travis Kelce, don't get me wrong, but who's gonna lose a caliber player like? I'm just saying, name the quarterback, and it's kind of unheard of, bro. He doing it by himself.
I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? I don't. I mean, like I said, over the years he's had excellent protection. I'm not saying it's been great every year, but for the most part of his career, he's had excellent protection.
Dak got better protection.
No, that's not true. Dak has had better protection at times, but that Dallas offensive line hasn't been good since Zeke has been good. And how long has that been? That's been 3 years ago.
No, I'm saying
That's
the
the last
Cowboys.
time. That's
It's
the
the
last time that Dallas Cowboy offensive line was really elite.
Hey, bro, listen. Patrick Mahomes hit his. You see how this game started, man? The boy got touched. He got touched.
I'm not saying people gonna get touched, bro. All
He
I'm
got touched
saying is
often. He went
all I'm
down a
saying
few.
is he's good, bro. He's good. I'm not. Nobody's denying it. Nobody denying it. But he got weapons. Do he got as many as San Fran? No, but he got weapons.
But
Yeah,
without
he
him,
got a good roster, bro.
without what he does, it's not happening. He makes
He
it not
does.
happen.
He's a part of it. He's a
He
part
said
of it. I'm just saying, give that cat. You give that cat
he
the
got the
cat's
same weapons
injection.
that Jordan loves.
If no, okay, and if fuck out. look, look, man. If you
Seriously.
get this dude the roster from Jacksonville, he is not doing all that, bro. He gonna
Stop.
have some flat. He gonna have some flashes. He gonna make some great plays. He gonna have some ESPN top tens. I'm
Why?
not saying that he's not.
Why
But
you
he's
got?
not about to do what he's doing
Why you got to go to
without having this
Jacksonville?
roster.
You gonna
Huh?
go way to Jacksonville, huh?
I'm just, I'm just. The point that I'm making is that he does have elite talent, bro. He does have elite talent. It's not average. It's above average. You see what I'm saying? Like he's not. He doesn't have the basics of the NFL, bro. He has the better crop of the NFL. Mecole Hardman is a better number 3 receiver than a lot of number 3 receivers, bro.
49ers
And he's
is
been
more.
proving it.
49ers is more talented.
They have more. They do have more weapons. I understand that. And what do I think Patrick Mahomes would do with the 49ers? I think that he wouldn't lose.
So
That's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
mean,
saying that just tells you that I think Patrick Mahomes is better than
Purdy.
than Purdy right now. That's all that means. That's all
No,
that means.
no. You said he wouldn't lose. That means
I'm
it's a.
saying I'm saying
I
I'm
mean,
over exaggerating. I'm
no,
saying
but yeah, I'm
in
just
most
saying.
cases, I don't think.
But you almost right though. It's not over exaggerate. You almost right.
I'm saying I believe that he can be beat. I think he can be beat with that roster,
They would lose
but
very
I think
seldom.
every game that he goes into for all the 17 games, he's going to have a great opportunity to win all of those games if he's the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers. All of them.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. He's
I
going to have
agree.
an opportunity to win all of them.
You would say the
But
same thing if Lamar was over there too, though.
no,
You know,
no,
you
I
would.
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Josh Allen.
No, something different. It's another level for me. Something different.
Well, you know what? I agree with you. I'm just trying to. I'm just being
It's not
different.
much. It's not much.
But I think you're making my point about how good Patrick
I
Mahomes is,
right,
and it's not just.
I'm also making the point that he does have better than average talent. Is all I'm saying. He doesn't have average NFL talent on that roster. If you that's just ridiculous to say that the Kansas City Chiefs skill positions are average.
I don't think any other
Pacheco
quarterback.
above average.
I don't think you can pick any other quarterback that I can think of right now that would go on that roster and beat the 49ers. Nobody. They're not that good. I don't think nobody else. I don't think any other quarterback would be on the same roster and take this team right now and go beat the 49ers the way they did. No other quarterback can do that but other than Patrick Mahomes.
Like I said, maybe that's true, but that is the reason that makes him elite. I'm not saying that he's not elite. I'm saying it helps that he has capable resources, very
But
capable
put it
resources.
this way.
He doesn't have unreliable resources, and the ones that were unreliable, like whatever Kadarius Toney or whatever his name is, that was dropping all those balls, he ain't there.
If you put Purdy on Kansas City, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now you. No, sir.
Yeah.
You think Purdy? Come on, bruh.
That nigga be looking like motherfucking Lawrence and shit. What's his name?
Trevor Lawrence.
Be looking like Trevor Lawrence around this bitch. If you don't have Debo, if you don't have Kittle, if you don't have McCaffrey, if you don't have Ayuk, you'll be over here looking like Trevor Lawrence. And I mean it.
Again, well, which is my point. Where, like I said, San Francisco skill positions are way better, way better. It's not even close. It's not even close. Is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that because Patrick Mahomes, his skill positions that he has at his disposal are much better than average. That gets him over the hump to be able to beat an offense that was packed with weapons like the San Francisco 49ers. That's why you guys are close. Because if these guys were garbage, if they were the Kadarius Tonys, and like I said, I ain't got no issues with Kadarius, brother, but you was dropping all kind of shit. So you was dropping everything.
I know he's sick right now. He's sick right now.
Yeah, all I'm saying is you dropping balls, you ain't helping nobody win. You got to go. You ain't got to be Tyreek Hill, but you got to be able to make plays. You see
Well,
what I'm
they
saying?
won without you. You about to get a whack
But
ring that you.
that's the point that I'm making.
They about to get
Overall,
rid of him.
he gone. But
He gone.
overall, the guys that were there were good enough. They're good enough, even against elite opposition. With the eliteness talent of Patrick Mahomes, of
I don't
course.
think that they were good enough. I think Andy Reid and the scheme made them look that way.
They
That's what
gotta
I
make the
went.
plays, though,
That's what
Lou.
I'm going back to.
They
That
gotta make the plays. You make it seem like they didn't catch and run and break tackles and make tackles. They did, bro.
yeah, they
They did.
did. They did. But you, if you believe in the system, you'll be open. That's what I tell my kids to.
God damn, bro. You just gonna take all that?
I mean, look,
Andy might scheme them open, but they gotta
from
catch the
year to
ball,
year, the
bro.
plays don't change.
They gotta
Plays
catch
don't
the
change.
ball, man.
Interchangeable with players. But if you do the same thing, same result. How long you been doing it? Scheme,
Man,
bro.
that's wild, bro.
One of the best coaches ever to do it.
That's facts. I give you that. He is definitely one of the best to ever do it. And Mike is really up and
I'm
coming.
giving. I'm
Yes.
giving. If it's between coach and the receivers, oh, that's an easy 65-35. Coach 65.
I mean, but if we're saying that, then that bolsters my argument. Then you know what I mean. The fact that you got a better coach,
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'll take that.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like, but
But
and we both don't. We both agree. We both agree that Andy does deserve the notch. You know, just for
he just
longevity.
denied with
If nothing else,
Shanahan.
for longevity. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? If nothing else, because they both have creative offenses. They both are very, very, very intricate in how they line up and all the different setups that
but
they have. But
in the area of scheme, Kyle almost has everybody in the league except for Andy.
I think he might have Andy though, bruh. I just think that Kyle ain't coaching the defense.
I don't
He
know
ain't going.
though.
I think Mike is just as intricate, just as special, just as creative. He just can't stop it. I can't stop it
But
and score points.
you gotta get over the hump for me to give you, you
You
know,
also you gotta have a defense to do it.
yeah. And then also too, don't get me wrong, and I'm gonna keep it real, man. And this is when we get really heavy. If Shanahan was black, he'd be getting fired.
Hey, I gotta stop you right there. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. I mean, we might have to just whatever, but I'm just saying. For
Hey,
me,
I gotta go on the mic on that one. That's a sensitive topic alert right here. You know what I mean?
yeah. We might put it out there,
This is
man.
this is
You
very
know, and I want to know
sensitive.
what people think about that. You know, let's look
I
at that.
think that
But
honestly,
I
Lou,
believe that as many times as he's had the opportunity to get to the show, as often as he has in the last few years, if he was a coach of color, he wouldn't be getting many more opportunities. That's just
if I
all.
had the if I had the air horns right now, I'd drop them. Boom, 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 boom. For real. No, that's a whole nother. That's another podcast. That's a segment
Oh, for sure.
in itself, just about when things transpire in the course of a season, over the course of years, for the coaches in their careers, and the opportunity after opportunity that some coaches get that others are not afforded. We can go. That is a
Oh, but Joe, you best
whole nother
believe it.
thing.
But because we on the topic of the coach right now, who
Right.
not necessarily on anybody's hot seat, but you can't lose this many times. Keep on losing like this, and
You
somebody
know,
don't look at you.
but again, I'm gonna tease this one. I think we need to let them know have a whole separate topic. Like just
Oh, yeah,
because
you cut that out. Yeah, you cut.
I wanna drop this one right here, and then I want people to let us know how they feel about that topic because I wanna bring up a whole. Like I said, I have a whole segment on that because really, if we really can get into the intricacies of that, when we talk about what Shanahan even means, bro. Some of that is good old daddy. You see what I'm saying? They ain't got hey, and I'm again. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I can give it. Listen, and this is where I would be fair. The man that paid his dues to say that you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be. You definitely earned a place there. You know what I mean? For sure. But bottom line is, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, but nobody ever disagreed with him getting the opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't think that he was an assistant for a while, for many years he was.
Oh, for sure.
Nobody disagreed with that. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's, we play to win the games, like Denny Green said. You know what I mean?
Play to win the game. Hello?
Give you point blank.
You play to win. So if you ain't winning, how you still here? If I'm missing tackles every week, I'm not here no more. You know what I mean? That's just how that works.
And everybody else in the field getting better too. You know what I'm saying? You gonna keep the same band. You gonna keep the band together. You know what I mean?
You're just gonna keep trotting the same cat back out there. So but again,
still getting younger and faster.
There's a lot of layers behind that we're gonna get into on the next one.
You know they always print the shirts for both teams, man. They be ready already off the presses, man. You know.
I don't know about. I mean, I'm for sure that they got to do that because they never really know. They never really know that.
Newspapers be printed already, everything.
Yeah, man. I would love to see some couple 49er commercials, though. Just some representation from them. You know what I mean? Make it look like y'all at least trying to make this look right. But you know what? We should probably close this thing, though. I don't really know. As we grow and learn, we gonna know what that looks like. You know what I mean? I got some ideas of how I want it to look. I know I'm looking extra rough. I gotta get my damn hair done. But for those that are new to it, we appreciate y'all for checking us out. Those that came back, for the first, came back for the second time or the fifth time, whatever it is, man, we appreciate y'all. Continue to support us, like and share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all.
Stay tuned. There's gonna be more to come.
Oh yeah, a lot more to come. A lot of other different topics. Won't always be sports. It'll be a lot of different social topics. A bunch of different things that we want to address. Father, just wanting to have an open dialogue and welcome the people in. So that's what it is. I ain't got no parting words. I'm gonna let y'all go. Lou, you want to say something to the people before we let them go?
We up out of here, y'all.
Deuces, man. I'ma holler.